What's up, everybody? What's up, Eagles Nation? I'm your boy D Gifted 314, and this is Smoking with the Birds. Yo, today's conversation will include a lot, man, because we haven't talked since before the Jets game. So I gotta let you know how I feel about that ugly, disappointing ass fucking loss against the Jets. Then y'all know we just acquired Julio Jones, gotta let you know about that. Then on top of that, there's been some chit chatter about Donovan McNabb and just what the fuck he been talking about and shit like that. So we gonna get all into it. But first, if you new to the channel, please hit that subscribe and hit that like button. It definitely goes a long way. Now, the first thing for real we gotta talk about, because like I said, we haven't spoke since before the Jets game. It was an ugly fucking loss, man. A lot of people putting the blame on Jalen, putting the blame on Brian Johnson. It's a lot of blame. But I haven't told y'all who I blame or why I think we lost that game or who lost us that game. Jalen Hurts definitely threw that last interception. And a lot of people want to put it on Brian Johnson. But I'm going to say play calling for real was not the issue for the Jets' loss. It was purely execution. We started off the game winning 14-0, and on that road to beating them 14-0, Jalen Hurts was looking good, passing the ball, distributing. Did we forget Swift was catching it in the backfield? A.J. Brown was getting his targets, of course. By the way, ended the game with another 100+ yard game. Dude has been completely on the fucking tear. But did y'all forget that? 14-0, we was on the road. The ball was being distributed. Jalen Hurts was extending plays. Third downs, we was getting them. And then the second half happened. Play calling was not the issue. When you have 4 turnovers, you gotta start looking at the game. You had people dropping the ball. Dallas Goedert getting smashed. Ball popping up in the air. Pressure getting to Jalen Hurts. It was all kind of shit that happened throughout the game that caused turnovers that really cost us the game. And people want to say why we didn't run the ball. Well, every time we ran the ball, you know how many yards we averaged per carry? Like 1 yard. A little over 1 yard. I'm not okay with that. They have to switch up the game. We talk about the Eagles being able to win in multiple ways. That game right there didn't allow us to run the ball. We had to pass the ball. And we was doing that, but guys just wasn't executing. How many fucking times do you see fucking Devontae Smith drop the ball in space, in open field? The only person for real on that whole entire offense that really showed up, including on special teams, is A.J. Brown. Even Jake Elliott missed the field goal. So the guy that we typically count on wasn't available. This was not a game about Brian Johnson. This game was about purely execution. And as the Jets head coach said, they embarrassed us. They embarrassed this offense, made it look so dysfunctional, made Jalen Hurts look unsure. Now, a lot of that has to do with the pressure, but either way it go, they made us look bad. Man. Super bad, man. Trash. It's always that one game of the year that's so uncharacteristic. It's always a game when you look on the schedule, everybody try to find that one game that we not supposed to lose that we lose. Nobody's seen this coming. And that's why it's any given Sunday. You never know. They caught us slipping. We thought we was going to catch them slipping with all their injuries at the cornerback position, thinking we finna pass the ball, do whatever the fuck we wanted to do. And the guys just wasn't ready for the moment. Partly because I think they didn't look at the competition as competition and came out lackadaisy, especially after we went up 14-0. These guys just started half-ass catching the ball, not running hard on certain routes. Devontae Smith, once again, I'm going to repeat, dropping open passes. This shit just doesn't happen. Uncharacteristic games. And I think a lot of people know, a lot of people on the team know that it was uncharacteristic, especially AJ Brown. They asked him after the game how he felt about Devontae Smith being able to bounce back. He, without hesitation, he's not worried about it. This was clearly an uncharacteristic game. So I'm not going to hold him, but AJ Brown was really the only dog that day. Really the only dog that day. Which kind of leads me to my next conversation that I wanted to talk about, which was Donovan McNabb. Like I said, AJ Brown was the only dog that day that apparently a lot of people is thinking that he has been forced to football. Now, Donovan McNabb said what he said, thinking that basically saying that he know what that's like when a wide receiver. Now he's referring to the conversation that AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts had. He's talking about how he understands how that feel, and just had his thoughts on the situation, and basically saying that the Eagles are definitely forcing the football to AJ Brown, and that Devontae Smith is not being involved in the game. Now, a lot of people saying that he hating. For real, I don't think he hating. I think he's saying what a lot of motherfuckers think anyway. Like AJ Brown is definitely getting forced to football. He is going to be forced to football because he is our number one. Now, how much more acclimated can Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert be in the offense? They can be involved a lot more, but they not right now. So, honestly, I think he just saying what the fuck we seeing on the field. We seeing exactly what the fuck he's saying. It ain't hate. It just is what it is. And I think last game I can't really say too much. I think if Devontae Smith catch those balls, nobody's talking about it because he would have probably scored a touchdown. It was so much space, man. This dude would have damn near had 100 yards receiving, and nobody would be saying shit. But overall, though, this goes back to what I said in the beginning. It wasn't play calling. It was execution. Every time something happened, we was moving the football. We was moving the football down the field. Something happened. So like I said, personally, I don't think McNabb was, hating on dude or hating on the situation, period. I think he was just saying exactly what the fuck, is being seen. So like I said, it's okay. It's okay. It ain't no hate. It's just what we all saying. But yeah, so with that said, man, it was a terrible game overall. The defense, for real, held us in the game. I don't know how many times I said or actually wrote down in my notes, defense held on. The defense held on. Every time after the defensive drive, I end my notes because I take notes during the game and shit because, I got to come to y'all correct. But every time I'm saying defense held on. Defense held on. The defense did everything they fucking could to win this game. It was simply poor execution. That, leads me to the next conversation that I want to have. I think, I don't know if the last game, this Jets game made a lot of motherfuckers worried, but Howie Roseman picked up the phone. Motherfuckers ain't executing. He had to pick up the phone. He called up that man, Julio Jones. We got that man, Julio Jones, y'all. So I think this is, honestly, my take on it is, I think it don't hurt us. It don't hurt us. I don't know how this is going to work, but all I know is it does not hurt us. It just helps us overall. I think AJ Brown and Julio Jones already played together. They cool. They friends already. I believe Devontae Smith looks up to Julio Jones. So this is a full circle life moment that these guys are going to be able to experience. And like I said, I don't know how he's going to be used, but it ain't going to hurt us. It ain't going to hurt the chemistry, and it damn sure ain't going to hurt the play on the field. Quez Watkins is out of the game right now. I think he on IR. You know, we are making all these type of moves because injuries are piling up, especially on that defensive side of the ball. So, hey, Brian Johnson gets another tool. Julio Jones, we're going to see how he do. But honestly, for real, I'm not sure how good it's going to be because we still need to be effective in the red zone until now I know last game we was fucking up, you know, driving down the field, but we see our team able and capable of driving down the field. We haven't seen them produce in the red zone. Until we are scoring in the red zone, I don't think we're going to. This offense is a Super Bowl winning offense. So I don't care about the accusation acquiring Julio Jones. If we not scoring in the red zone, it is not a Super Bowl winning team. You got to be able to score in the red zone. So Brian Johnson, Nick Sirianni, get it together, dog. Get it together. Because right now we have yet seen a Super Bowl winning offense. I'm here to say we haven't seen it at all. Y'all let me know if y'all think this is what the fuck we gonna be seeing all year. Do y'all got faith in Brian Johnson? Do y'all think this dude can you know, create some more plays? Now I didn't say it before that. Well, I said it in the beginning of the season that I think that we should be scoring 30 plus points a game. We had, as the Eagles franchise, we have only scored average 30 points a game in 1949. Right now we at 28.2, I believe. So, which is more than we averaged last year. If I know that's hard to believe, but we averaging more points right now than we did last year, which is crazy because we not scoring in the red zone. So just imagine if we actually was producing in the red zone, we'll probably be damn near having 40 points a game. That's what I'm saying. Brian Johnson has to unlock this red zone offense, man. Seriously. It's really a huge concern because right now it's getting to the point where I'm loving Sean Desai. I ain't loving Brian Johnson. Like I said, last game wasn't on Brian Johnson, but I need to see him be able. I have no question that he can move the ball down the field. He can create plays, call plays to get us downfield. But can you call plays in the red zone to get us touchdown, which is the whole reason we driving down the field? So, yeah, I'm loving Sean Desai, but Brian Johnson, you know, I'm getting that vibe that the roles kind of switch. You know, last year we was loving the offense. Man, we had questions about defense. Now I'm seeing Sean Desai be able to do some of the things and maintain a good, solid defense with all the injuries he's having. So I can just imagine if he had the tools if he had the health and the players that we had last year, this defense would be lit. Or this defense would have won the fucking Super Bowl. But y'all know we had Jonathan Gannon. But anywho, Sean Desai is doing the most that he can with what he has. You got Brian Johnson, he got everything, and he can't produce. You got all these weapons. When you get in the red zone, you can't score. You can't call something to get you in the red zone. I mean, to get you in the end zone. I don't know, man. The roles kind of switch. So, until we can see this offense in the red zone, this is not a Super Bowl winning team. I'm telling you right now. Then we got the Miami Dolphins coming up. We have to score in the red zone. We have to score in the red zone, period. We ain't winning shit if we getting down there and kicking field goals. Field goals do not win you Super Bowls. championships, whatever you want to call it. So the jury is still out on Brian Johnson. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this team and where we going. Do y'all think we are prepared for the Miami Dolphins? Do you think we gonna be scoring in the red zone against Miami? Because we gonna have to keep up. We gonna have to score points. We gonna have to run the ball. We gonna have to keep that offense off the field. If they come out scoring back-to-back touchdowns like that. We know they the fastest team in the NFL. They the number one offense, and we the number two offense, which is crazy because, like I said, we ain't scoring in the red zone. So just imagine. Yeah, so it's gonna be a crazy game, man. It's gonna be a crazy game. Last game was definitely an uncharacteristic game, and I'm looking for the bounce back game. Now, if they come out and they do that shit again, it's gonna be a whole nother conversation. This a whole nother team because the Super Bowl winning team at the uncharacteristic ugly ass game like that is supposed to come out, flush that shit, and get ready. I don't care who the fuck opponents is. I don't care how fast they is. Don't give a fuck at all. Handle your fucking business. You know what I mean? So that's just the mindset of a champion. That's Kobe Bryant. That's MJ. Fuck that shit. Whatever happened. Let's on to the next one. That ain't who we is. I'm gonna show you who I am though, for real. You know. So y'all let me know y'all thoughts on the Jets game. Who y'all think was the real reason we lost the game, or it's different ways to skin the cat, man. So that's why I made this channel, to get different perspectives on on the game and just have different conversations. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, y'all. Until next time, deuces.